Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 10 out of Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, as y'all can see by the title, a teacher got himself smoked after trying to rob the cartel. April 8th, 2021, just after 12:50 in the morning, the Alamance County sheriffs were flooded with calls in reference to gunshots being heard at a local trailer park. Sheriffs arrived at the trailers on Wyatt Road in Green Level, North Carolina, finding a man inside of a bedroom within the mobile home shot to death. He was identified as Bonnie Harris, a Spanish teacher and men's varsity basketball and track coach at Union Academy. An 18-year-old was also found inside of the trailer. Harris recruited his brother-in-law, Stephen Stewart, on a mission, and the two allegedly used electronic tracking devices to follow members of the cartel back to the trailer prior to the shooting. They broke into the trailer when no one was inside, the teacher going as far as wearing a bulletproof vest and gloves as they searched for money and drugs. While inside, 18-year-old Alonzo Lara showed up and they bound his feet and tied his hands behind his back, questioning him for the money and drugs. When he didn't give them the answers they were looking for, they shot him twice in the back of the head. Around that time, other members of the cartel showed up, and what sheriffs described as an old western shootout took place. Dozens of bullet casings were left at the scene. Neighboring trailers were struck by gunfire, and the teacher was killed. His body armor unable to withstand the high caliber cartel firepower that penetrated through. As the gun smoke settled, the two men were found dead. The teacher's brother arrested 3 days later, charged with first-degree burglary, first-degree murder, and possession of a firearm by a felon. Another man, assumed to be a member of the cartel, has a warrant out for his arrest on charges for drug trafficking, and deputies recovered a total of about 2 pounds of cocaine, along with $7,000 in cash. Since February 19th, Alamance County has seized roughly 129 kilos of cocaine and around $2 million. The DEA named Atlanta as a major hub for the Sinaloa cartel, followed by Charlotte and Raleigh, North Carolina. Alamance County, being where Interstate 85 and Interstate 40 combine, has since seen an increase in drug trafficking. The parents of students are unsure what to feel at this time, always seeing Mr. Harris as a positive role model and outgoing teacher within the school who was loved by his students. Nobody expected him to be involved in such a ruthless crime, and local sheriffs fear retaliation from the cartel, as the cartel never forget.
Let me say this. Many times you don't really know a person. I can tell you right now, my 50-year experience in law enforcement and dealing with things such as this, Cartel ain't gonna forget this. There'll be, in my opinion, another death related to this somewhere.
Now, as a teacher, you should know better. Everybody knows you don't fuck with the cartel. If you want to break down the two biggest gangsters, and when I say gangsters, I mean the two groups of people that do some of the most gangster shit, as in they fear nobody, they don't care about consequence, and they're bold as hell. It's terrorists in the Middle East and the Mexican cartel. They're not playing any fucking games. I mean, you could go on countless different websites and see the type of shit that the cartel are into. Chainsaws, regular saws, big Bowie knives, taking heads off. A lot of this shit is similar to the videos you see in the Middle East, right? You know not to fuck with these boys. They're not playing, they're playing for keeps. And if the sheriffs are worried about retaliation, I mean, you might as well just kill yourself, bro. You played. It's over with for you. You're not safe in Nan jail. And on top of that, you're facing being a felon in possession of a firearm, which is a possible federal offense. If you go to the feds, you're done. Now, to hear that a teacher / coach tried to rob the cartel, I'm assuming this wasn't his first time doing something like this. You know, when you get into crime, most people they pop off with smaller things. You don't just jump into the biggest thing that you can do, right? Look at it like a video game. You got easy, you got medium, you got hard. You're not just gonna fight the boss on the end level immediately. You're gonna build up to it and actually learn how to do things, and you know, you get better as you go along. This motherfucker, I highly doubt he jumped right into let's rob the cartel. And the other guy, the stepbrother or whatever that was a felon, I highly fucking doubt this was his first time doing some shit, because who would be like, yeah, that sounds like a plan. We're gonna get money off of this. You know what I mean? Like, no, bro, you know not to fuck with the cartel. And on top of that, you brought a little itty bitty ass armored plate body armor. You know them boys shooting rifle rounds. They're not coming with no little fuck shit. They're shooting big ass fucking bullets. You know, you can see this shit in Mexico. They're riding around on regular Ford trucks with 50 cals on the top of that motherfucker. You were supposed to come looking like a juggernaut, like Iron Man or some shit, expecting to get hit with artillery. And that's why them big dumbass bullets went right through the shields, right through his body, and left him dead. Now, me personally, I wouldn't even want to be one of his students. If I was on the basketball team, I would quit immediately. I would change schools. I would switch counties. I would change my bus route. All of that shit. I'd probably change my fucking email, because I wouldn't want to have any ties to this teacher, because I guarantee something is going to come back to bite somebody around him. You already know that they want his brother dead. His brother's the only survivor, right? Except for the other cartel guys. But we're not even going to talk about them. I don't got nothing bad to say about the cartel. Fuck that. But for the brother, they're on his ass. And if they can't get to him, it's most likely they're going to get to somebody close to him. It's going to be bad. It is not going to be good. You are not supposed to fuck with the cartel like that. If they want to sell their shit, let them sell their shit. Other than that, we got special forces, army guys that deal with them. Regular civilians are not prepared to deal with that type of violence, that type of group. But hey, you live and you learn, and sometimes you die and everybody else just learns off of what you did, sadly to say. And don't fuck with the cartel. I mean, I don't know how many times I can say this shit. There's not much more to pull out of the fucking story. It's obviously the East Coast. They got a whole route and they're flooding shit. And people are shook. If you hear that the sheriffs are worried about retaliation, it's the same thing in Chicago. The police shot a 13-year-old. He had his hands up before they killed him. And now they fear retaliation from the Latin Kings. Motherfuckers ain't playing. You better know who to play with, because there are people out there that don't care about a badge or whatever title, whatever respect you think you have. They will come and end your fucking life. The cartel, if you look into these people, when a crime is committed in Mexico and a news person goes there and, oh, we got a shooting and da-da-da, they kill the news people. They kill the police that show up. They kill the investigators and hang them off bridges and shit. Photographers, journalists, they don't give a fuck. Don't fuck with them people. But hey, it's 1090J. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. Till next time.
Hey, you rock.